think of supplements as this like health insurance in a bottle, right? A super simple way to cover our bases and just feel a little bit better. But is it actually possible to have too much of a good thing? Well, we're about to find out. Take a look at this number, 23,000. That is the estimated number of ER visits in the US every single year linked to complications from dietary supplements. That's a huge number, and it tells you right away there's a lot more going on here than what you might read on the bottle. Okay, so before we get any deeper, let's just make sure we're all on the same page. When we say supplement, what are we talking about? It's any vitamin, mineral, herb, anything that's meant to add to an already balanced diet. And that is the key word, right? Supplement, not replace. So here's our roadmap for this explainer. First, we'll get into those hidden dangers, especially how supplements can clash with medications you might be taking. Then we're going to talk about something called vitamin toxicity, some less than fun digestive issues, and the risk to your kidneys. But don't worry, we'll wrap it all up with a really practical, safe supplement checklist that you can actually use. It's a great question, right? How does something that we take specifically to be healthier end up actually becoming harmful? Well, it's rarely just one simple mistake. It's usually a mix of the wrong dose, some really unexpected interactions, and maybe just a misunderstanding of what these things are really doing inside our bodies. Let's kick things off with one of the most serious risks, interactions. We're talking about how supplements can clash with prescription drugs. And this is where things can get really, really scary, because a supplement that seems totally harmless can completely mess with how your body uses a medication you absolutely need. And listen, we are not talking about some rare, obscure stuff here. Look at these examples. If you're on blood thinners for heart disease, taking vitamin K can actually work against them, which increases your risk of a blood clot. If you're going through cancer treatment, high doses of antioxidants like vitamin C and E might interfere with your treatment. And for depression, the popular herb St. John's wort can literally make antidepressants work less effectively. And just to show you how high the stakes are, let's stick with that last one for a second. Mixing St. John's wort with antidepressants isn't just about making the medicine weaker. No, it can trigger something called serotonin syndrome, which is a massive, and I'm not exaggerating here, a potentially deadly overload of serotonin in your brain. This is a full-blown medical emergency. Now, it's not just about what you mix, it's also about how much you take. We kind of have this idea that, if a little is good, then more must be better. But when it comes to vitamins, that is a dangerous, dangerous myth. You can actually poison your body with too much of a good thing. This is what's known as vitamin toxicity. And it's pretty much what it sounds like. It happens when you take such big doses or take them so often that a vitamin builds up to toxic levels inside you. The bottom line here is that your body has a limit for everything, even for the good stuff. And the signs of toxicity can be pretty rough. Too much vitamin A, for instance, can lead to anything from just feeling irritable to actual liver damage. An overload of calcium can cause confusion and muscle weakness. And even the common ones we hear about all the time, vitamin D, iron, zinc, they all come with a laundry list of serious symptoms if you overdo it, from high blood pressure to stomach ulcers. Okay, so even if the side effects aren't going to send you to the hospital, they can still make you pretty miserable. I mean, one of the most common complaints with taking too many supplements is just general digestive distress. The very thing you're taking to feel better can end up making you feel, well, a whole lot worse. And a few usual suspects are known for this. Iron, for one, is famously tough on the stomach, but high doses of magnesium, zinc, folic acid, and even vitamin C can also cause problems. So if you're feeling nauseous or crampy, it's definitely worth taking a second look at the dosage on those supplement bottles. All right, let's talk about our final major risk area. And this one is a big deal: your kidneys. You got to think of them as your body's master filtration system, and constantly overloading them with too much stuff can cause some serious long-term damage. So why are the kidneys in the line of fire? Well, think about it. Their whole job is to filter waste out of your blood. And that waste includes processing and getting rid of all the extra drugs and supplements you're taking. When you take too much, you're basically forcing your kidneys to work overtime, day after day, which can really wear them out. So what should you be looking out for? Well, certain herbal supplements like licorice root and St. John's wort can be especially tough on the kidneys. And yep, there's vitamin C again. This time because in high doses, it might increase the risk of developing painful kidney stones for some people. Okay, wow. We have covered a lot of the dangers and risks.
So that naturally leads to the most important question of all, right? How can we do this safely? How do we get the benefits of supplements without all these potential downsides? All right, that brings us to the good part, the solution. We've got a clear, simple, and totally actionable checklist for you. Think of this as your guide to making smart, safe choices about any supplement you're thinking about taking. Here it is, 4 simple steps. Number 1, and honestly, this is the most important thing you can do, talk with your doctor or pharmacist. Give them a full list of everything you take. Number 2, just follow the dosage on the label. Please never assume that more is better. 3, listen to your body. If you start something new and you just feel off, stop taking it and check in with your doctor. And finally, number 4, if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, be extra, extra cautious. Don't take anything beyond a standard prenatal vitamin, unless your doctor has given you the explicit green light. So here's the bottom line. It all comes down to a shift in how we think about these things. Supplements aren't just harmless little health boosters or candies. They are powerful substances that have real biological effects. They can be incredibly helpful, for sure, but only when we use them correctly. The key to getting all the benefits while avoiding the dangers isn't in another pill, it's in knowledge. So I'll leave you with this to think about. Are you treating your supplements with the respect they really demand?